Once again, we are taking a look at some Roku screensaver Easter eggs. In this video, we're going to be checking out the spring 2023 and the summer 2023 screensavers that they had at those times. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, everyone. First things first, let's just go ahead and take a look right up here in this building. And we have the laser and the apple from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Go Rick Moranis. Man, I really still wish he was acting. Right over here, we have Godzilla getting ready to stomp on some buildings in some city somewhere. I don't know what this is, guys. Anybody have any idea what this one is? Go ahead and let me know if you guys know what this is. It looks like a boat or almost a bus. I don't know, maybe. I have no idea. If anyone has any clue whatsoever, please let me know what you think. Right below that, we have Audrey from another Rick Moranis movie, The Little Shop of Horrors, or I guess the musical, or any other time this was made into a movie. Now, as we make our way a little bit further into the screensaver, guys, we once again have the car from Ferris Bueller's Day Off right here. You can't see it behind the progress bar because it won't go away. I don't know why unless it's playing. But in our Easter egg hunt for the current Roku screensaver Easter eggs, it's in there too, but it's on the jack in one scene. And this is just when they've taken it out for a joyride. Right up here, I think this is the windmill from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It's my best guess. It definitely has the look of it. If anyone else has any idea, please let me know. Right by that, we have Hobbiton, guys, from The Lord of the Rings. I'd be willing to bet everything I own on that being Hobbiton. No doubt about it. Once again, we're a little bit further into the screensaver, and we have this building, or this house, that looks like it's covered in lilacs. This one is really getting me. I don't know what this could be from. Anybody out there have any idea what? I don't know. I feel like this is definitely a house out of a movie, and I don't know what it's from. We have the Eiffel Tower back there. That could be in almost any movie. Right here, this building as well. This feels like it's been in something also. I don't know what it is either, but that has a very distinct look, and I have to imagine it's from something. I just don't know what it is. Right over here by the mountain, I don't think the mountain's really anything, but we have the glass elevator from Willy Wonka over here, up in the sky, floating right along, so that's pretty neat. Now that we're a little bit further in, we have the Roku building again that usually has the different movie theater posters, but on this one, it doesn't. It just has the Roku remote thing on it. Right above here, it almost looks like some kind of big top house. This is another one I'm really unfamiliar with. If anyone has any idea what this could be from, I feel like it's got to be from something, but again, who the heck knows? I think it is from something though. So again, comments, guys, comment. Right above this building, we have the alien or monster or whatever it is from Jordan Peele's Nope. If you've never seen that movie, that's what that is. You can tell because the streamer at one point in time in the movie, it sucks something up into it to eat it, and that same streamer is hanging out the backside of it. Now, right past the Roku building, we have another building that has an ice cream shop. Now, I'm not really sure if this is from anything either. You can tell, well, maybe it's not an ice cream shop. I don't know what it is. You can see a cash register. It almost looks like bar taps. And then there's two tables with look like yellow roses on top of them. I got to imagine this is another movie reference, but I have no idea what it might be. So if any of you have any idea, please let me know. Right up here, I'm thinking this is Bugs Bunny's rabbit hole with his little mailbox out front. It was in a lot of the old Bugs Bunny cartoons, so I got to imagine that's what this is. Directly above Bugs Bunny's hole, directly above Bugs Bunny's hole, Bugs Bunny's hole. I'm pretty sure this is going to be Skull Island, right? Because, you know, you have the huge skull. It's an island. It's very tropical, very like new school King Kong Skull Islandy. If you have any other good guesses, again, please let me know in the comments. Right above that, it's double rainbow. What does it mean? Now, I don't really know if they would put an internet meme in this particular kind of thing for these screensavers, but hey, you never know. And if you guys know of any kind of double rainbow action in a movie, again, comments below, guys. So I'm making myself small for this next part because we're talking about two different buildings here. That building on the left also feels like it's probably a reference to some building or famous like site in a movie, but I don't know what it is. I feel like I should know this, but I don't. So if anyone has any idea, please let me know. Same way with this one. This building right here, it's just a door with a bunch of ivy around it. And I don't know what this might be a reference to, but it does truly feel like it's from something. So if any of you have any ideas, again, comments below, guys. I would love to hear what you have to say about it. Now, right past those two buildings, we have Baby Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy right there with his little headphones and Walkman chilling out in that particular window. Right below Baby Groot, we have the boot with a plant growing out of it, much like you saw in the movie WALL-E. If you remember that part, he's holding it up to the sun to watch it grow. I got to imagine that's WALL-E's plant. Now that I've made my head small, we're going to stay in this same position, and you can see that this is probably just a reference to the giant robot you see in a lot of the current Roku screensavers. So way back then, they turned it into a plant and put it in the middle of this garden. I don't really think think it's a movie reference, but just a fun Easter egg for that. Right up there's a building, I don't know what that is, like this tree house. I thought it might be a reference to something in Harry Potter, but it's definitely not something in Harry Potter. So if any of you have ever seen this kind of building in a movie, I would love to know what it's from. It might even, is it the Berenstain Bears maybe? I'm thinking it might be the Berenstain Bears, because seeing the Bugs Bunny and the hole in the mailbox, that is another like old school cartoon, and this feels like it could be them. Right in the middle of the pond, we have the famous scene from The Notebook when they're in the rowboat surrounded by a bunch of swans or ducks. I could be very wrong on that one, but I don't think I am. I got to imagine that's what that one is. Now, there is a second Roku building in this particular screensaver, which is kind of abnormal because they're usually one, and this one actually does have some movie posters that we can look at. The one on the left is absolutely The Sound of Music. If you've ever seen The Sound of Music, if you've never seen its movie theatrical poster, that is the theatrical poster for that particular movie. Now, the one on the right, I cannot figure out. I've looked at it, I've enhanced it. I've tried to figure out what that is, but I have no idea. But if any of you recognize what that movie poster might be, please, again, comments below, guys. And now on to summer 2023. There's a bit more references in this one than we saw in the spring of 2023. So let's go ahead and dive into those right now. First things first, everybody, that is the Circle R. No, that is not the Circle R. That is the Circle K from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And the reason I still believe that is because you see the telephone booth that they use to travel back in time, and you see Ted's boombox sitting right out front. That's what you're looking at right there. Directly above the Circle K from Bill and Ted's, that is a famous scene from the Goonies. At the very end of the Goonies, when One-Eyed Willie's boat comes out of its cave where it's been sequestered forever, you see that same scene where the boat's going behind the rocks as the kids look at it from the beach. Right above the Circle K as well to the left is the famous shipwreck scene from Gilligan's Island. You can see the ship right there. You can see the island. You can see the hole in the side of it. The Roku sign's in the way of it right now, but as we make our way through the rest of this, you'll be able to see it a little bit more clear. Now, directly above that island, you see the two parachuters. This one's confusing me. This one I don't know. I don't know if this might actually have to do with the next Easter egg that we're going to look at. It could be from Independence Day, because clearly this is from Independence Day when you see the F-14s or F-16s going after the big alien ship. But I don't know if there's another movie with this one. It may be Point Break. Point Break was one that actually kind of dawned on me because a lot of what we see in this particular screensaver are 80s movies, and there was the big famous parachuting scene in Point Break. So if any of you have any ideas, one more time, comments below, guys. Now, as we make our way a little bit past the Circle K, we see a mall here, and then we see a Segway. And what I'm thinking with the Segway and the mall is Paul Blart Mall Cop. That is the best thing that comes to mind when I look at this particular Easter egg, or what I think is an Easter egg. If any of you have a better idea, please, again, let me know in the comments. Now, if you look right above the mall that we just talked about, this is the Andrea Gale from Perfect Storm. If you go look up the Andrea Gale from A Perfect Storm, looks exactly like this boat. It could be a boat from something else. It's not being chased by a shark, so I don't think it's Jaws, but I think it would be a nice reference to A Perfect Storm. Now that we've made it a little bit past the mall, guys, you can see Jurassic Park back there. You can even see a dinosaur face back there, which may actually go back to my other Easter egg hunt that we did for the current Roku screensaver in 2025, January 23rd. That same dinosaur face is in the diner on that particular one. I thought it was Mike Wazowski, but I think it might just be a dinosaur from Jurassic Park. Right below that, we see Iron Man sitting in Randy's Donuts in LA from Iron Man, everybody. So there's definitely that to look at. Right above Jurassic Park, we can see a train chasing two people on railroad tracks. I think this is from Stand By Me, the 80s film Stand By Me. In that movie, a very young Will Wheaton and Jerry O'Connell with Corey Feldman and River Phoenix are trying to cross a railroad track, and Jerry O'Connell and Will Wheaton's characters get caught up there because Jerry O'Connell's character is too afraid to walk over the bridge, and during that scene, they are chased over that bridge by an oncoming train. Now, as we move a little bit further into the screensaver, guys, we can see Zoltar from Big, one of Tom Hanks's first movies that made him really, really big, guys. So if you've ever wondered what that might be from, that's what that is. Up here, there's somebody on a sailboat, it looks like, and I don't know what this could be. I wanted to say it was the woman from Titanic doing the same, like, hold me up on the mast jack or whatever, but that's definitely not it. Otherwise, we'd see the Titanic. So if anyone has any clues, please, again, let me know. I'm sailing! One more time, right here, everyone. You can see right by my finger, and like my big dope head and my microphone. There is the robot, again, from everything you see in Roku. Right above them, right behind the Ferris wheel, we see Ariel from The Little Mermaid sitting on her rocks, everyone. Up here, we have Wally World from Vacation again. They really love putting vacation movies in this one, but that is definitely the moose head from Wally World, so I'm pretty certain that that's what that is. Now, staying in this same spot, we see a hydrant that's pouring water into the road. I don't know what that's from, but if anyone has any idea, once again, comments below, everyone. In that same building with the fire hydrant, guys, we see Ralph Macchio and the Karate Kid doing his famous crane kick, so if anyone was wanting to know what that is, I'm pretty sure that's what we're looking at. There's also a boat right behind that building with the Karate Kid that has a small submersible coming up to it. If you can look right there, you see that little like small like one-person submersible. I think that's what that is right there by this kind of yacht-looking ship. If anyone knows what that is, please, again, comments below, guys. I'd love to know what that is. Now, we've made it a little bit further along in the screensaver again, everyone, and we have a few more Easter eggs to find. Right above the movie drive-in theater, you see another ship, guys. That is the Love Boat, and the reason you can see it is you can see the really little heart right there on the stack. Now, in the television show, The Love Boat, that wasn't there, but this looks exactly like the ship from The Love Boat, and I have to imagine that's what the heart is indicating. Just look up The Love Boat, and you'll be able to see almost perfect representation of that boat that was in that show. Now, going back to the drive-in movie theater, guys, we have two more movie posters. On the right, you'll see the very famous Jaws poster, and then if you look on the left, I think that is the movie poster or the theatrical release poster for The Endless Summer, everyone. So go ahead and look those both up, and you're going to be able to see them pretty closely. Now, in the foreground here, we have a building with some surfboards out front and a ice cream shop. I feel like this is probably a reference to another movie, but this is one that I'm definitely clueless on. So if any of you out there, again, have any idea what's going on, please let me know below in the comments. I would love to know what your thoughts are. Directly above that building, we have an aircraft carrier with a plane taking off of it. I'm going to imagine that this has got to be Top Gun. It could be possibly some other movies, but I'm pretty certain it is more than likely that. Now, directly above the ship and what I think is Top Gun, we have 3 hot air balloons. Now, I don't know what this could be. Maybe around the world in 80 days, maybe something completely different. But if anybody has any idea out there, I would love to know what you might think it is. Now, a few more Easter eggs as we pass the building with the surfboards and the ice cream shop. You can see a little bit clearer now the SS Minnow up there on Gilligan's Island, wrecking into the island that they were stranded on. Right above the diving board here, we have the Monkees, or excuse me, not the Monkees, but the Beatles' Yellow Submarine. So if you were familiar with that movie from way back in the day, that's what you're looking at. Right in front of this particular pool, which I was thinking might be from The Sandlot initially, but I don't think it is. So if anybody recognizes this particular pool back here, there's a lifeguard chair back here. There's a high dive right here. I don't know what this might be from, but I feel like it's got to be from something. Directly in front of that pool, we have Pee-wee's bike from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. If you've never seen his bike, definitely look that up and you'll see it's almost a one-to-one model of it. To the left of the pool, we have a basketball court. Now, I feel like this has got to be references to more than a few movies who used the Venice Beach basketball courts in LA. I also think this because you see the lifeguard stand right behind it, which I think is actually Baywatch. Willing to put a lot of money on that being a reference to Baywatch, which also means that the basketball court, in my best guess, is probably a reference to White Men Can't Jump. Very popular summer movie from way back in I believe that came out in the 80s, maybe the early 90s. I can't quite remember, but Wesley Snipes, Woody Harrelson, White Men Can't Jump looks exactly like where they would always play their ball in that particular movie. You know, I was about to end this video, but now I just noticed something, and I'm going to go ahead and imagine that this may actually be the pool from The Sandlot, like I initially thought, because right here you see a baseball bat. So I got to imagine that this actually is the pool from The Sandlot. Maybe I'm wrong, and if anyone else out there has any idea, please let me know. So what do you think, everybody? Were we right on these? Am I silly? Do I not know what I'm talking about? Do you have thoughts about anything else? There's actually something right here, too, by the Goonies ship. I feel like this is a city that might be right on the water in a particular movie, but it could just be the town that the Goonies lived in. Hell, I don't know. But if you think I missed anything, if you think that there was anything that I was wrong on, please, again, guys, let me know down in the comments. I love talking about this with people. I just really enjoy pop culture. I love seeing things like this and anything that's around me, and seeing Roku do this, I just think it's really, really neat. So again, thanks for stopping by. If you have interest in gaming content or live streams, I do that on this channel as well. Otherwise, just enjoy these videos as they come out, and thank you very much again for taking the time to take a look. Hope to hear from you, and see you soon.